Hello again, everyone. I'm back with another off-brand Lego set. This isn't actually Lego. It's a company called FunWhole. And I guess their slogan is Delight Day and Night. That does sound like a fun hole. Anyway, all naughtiness aside, I picked this up on Amazon. It was marked down slightly. I think normally it's about $24. I got it for, I think, $18. So not a huge mark off, but they are running all sorts of crazy deals. Like I didn't take advantage of this, but if I bought this, which I did, and had I bought another set, they have like a castle on a cliff, I would have gotten, I think, 5% off on that set, and that set also had like a 30% off deal, and so I would have gotten it pretty cheap, but I was like, I've been spending too much money on knockoff Legos. So as you see, the nativity bricks nativity scene is still hanging out. I haven't done the Asian nativity yet, but so FunWhole looks like a pretty compelling Lego alternative. Let me see if I can cut and film at the same time. This is not going well. Not the best TV, is it? But there we go, I got it. All right. So trying to do this with one hand. But from the reviews I read, it seems to be pretty a pretty compelling alternative. So we will see if that lives up to the hype. I am impressed with the packaging. It's very nice. Little box. Oh, okay. That instruction booklet feels quite nice. Very solid. Again, these are, Lego-like bricks. I see a lot of Lego bricks. I see some interesting, unique bricks. I've never seen this thing before in a Lego set. Here he is holding up both sides. This is like a little steampunk hot rod car, kind of cool. They really played up the steampunk advertising. Ooh, interesting. A service card from funwhole.com. Oh, that's a cool little bag. Very neat. This is kind of a neat experience. Let's see what we got here. We got bag 3. So that's nice. They number the bags. That's cool. You don't always see that with some of these knockoffs. What is this? This is number F for fun. Okay, interesting. 3 again. And here's 1. All right, so we'll kind of put these back. We'll put F and we'll put F on top. Let's see. And I'm not sure what's in here, so we gotta see. That's gonna be interesting. It says 1, so that might be the first bag. Yeah, it's kind of a long intro. Oh, LED light package list. Oh, that's right. This has LED lighting capabilities kind of built into. I know you can buy these sort of aftermarket kits for certain Lego sets that do that. Yeah, okay, so that's the LED light kit in the orange bag. Safety precautions. Interesting. All right, cool. You have to be careful, I guess. And the F bag has our little guy in it. Well, cool. Well, let's get cracking. I'm rambling on now. I'm just kind of already impressed with this. Let's see how the bricks hold up. All right, so here is the LED light kit. The instructions say, when installing, don't pull it hard, bend it, or shake it to avoid damage. So let's. All right. Interesting. All right, so that's our little LED light kit. That's cool. I've never used one of these before. It looks like it's USB charging. Really interesting. Oh, look at that little tiny thing. Maybe it's USB charging. I guess we'll find out. Maybe there's a battery that goes in here. I'm not sure. I'll have to check this out. But I've never done a set with these. Okay, let's get to our little coiffed adventurer here. Alrighty, here's bag F. Bag for the FunWhole bag. Oh yeah, it's fun and a hole. Actually, it's fun and a little minifig. So let's put this guy together. His little blurry head. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, I've got my little steampunk adventurer here put together. Actually, took me far longer than it should have. So his arms have to pop in, and his hands have to as well. His legs actually use a mechanism similar to the nativity brick characters, where there is a little piece in the middle that kind of goes into his torso, and then you connect the legs on either side. So he has this little sign. I realized I put the hands on. First I put the arms on backwards, and I fixed that. Then I put the hands on. I figured the hands are interchangeable. Nope. I had them backwards. So I was kept trying to get him to hold his little sign, and you see here in the instructions, it's nice. Then cover up his face. Every time he was holding it, it was just covering up his face. If he was holding it where it could be read. So it says, let's see if I can get it to adjust. It says, or exchange, I believe is what it says. It keeps kind of going in and out of focus. There's another little sign you can use. Oh, goodness, this is my hand. Another little sign that says, FO Steampunk World. So that's kind of cool. Oh, also, I was totally wrong. The LED light kit uses those little watch batteries. The CR20232 Star 2 or whatever. So anyway, I don't know if that's included or not. I guess we'll find out when I mess with this. It probably is not. I just need to read the instructions. So yes, I was totally wrong. It is not USB chargeable. I don't think. I mean, who knows? I guess I'll find out. I shouldn't comment on things that I'm not sure about or speculate wildly. So bag F has the little guy and his little signs, and there's extra special bricks that it says to save for later. So that's interesting. The instructions are fairly detailed. All right, time to start building this hot rod. Let's go to bag 1. All right, here's our bag 1, bag 4. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see. That does feel close to Lego quality. It doesn't quite have the same, doesn't quite as solid as the Nativity bricks, which were like the closest I've ever experienced to Lego quality in knockoff bricks. This has more of like a Mega Block feel to it. But we'll see as I start building with them. You know, that sort of sensation can be a little deceiving. So yeah, let's get to building the chassis for our hot rod. Okay, I'm at the end of bag 1. It looks like the LED lights in bag 2, and then some of those extra pieces from bag F are about to go on. So, initial reflections after building for a bit. So I was partially correct. I can tell the heft of the pieces is not quite what you would get with Lego or what I found with the Nativity bricks. So it's a lighter block. They do seem to connect really nicely though. So it's got that satisfying connectivity that Legos have, a little bit of that click or that little connection. They're just lighter. Like I can tell. I mean, and we're talking like milligrams, you know, but it's that very subtle difference, you know, between this and the similar sort of thing with Lego bricks. I can just tell the parts are a little bit lighter, probably use a little less plastic or a different kind of plastic or something like that. But not dissatisfied. It doesn't feel cheap, if that makes sense. Like I can tell it's not Lego, but it also feels just lighter, but it still feels quality. I kind of lost my train of thought there. So yeah, it doesn't feel cheap. It is lighter than Lego, but it still feels sturdy and pretty good. So I'm going to decipher all this and continue. Looks like we're going to start building the engine block. That's pretty rad. Cool. And as is my custom, here is the bag 2 bag pour. Oh, very smooth. And here is the other bag 2 bag pour. Oh, yeah. Very nice. And I think we've already got the F bag open. So, and the special orange bag, the light bag. So look at that beautiful pile of bricks. Very nice. Let's do it. Okay, so I finished bag, what was it? What bag was I even on? I guess 2? Yeah, okay. I finished bag 2. Here's what I have so far. I like these little upholstery pieces in here. Also, something really interesting. Every Lego set I've ever done, the wheel, the steering wheel is already on the steering column. This one, you actually have to assemble yourself. I mean, again, not a huge deal. It's just, I always find it interesting, the strange little quirks with these sets. Now, I've never done any sort of set with LED lights. It was a little bit of a pain. At first, I had a hard time kind of figuring out the instructions. Particularly, there was a piece in here that I had to have aligned correctly, and I thought I did, but I didn't. And so I had to kind of go back a little bit. But these lights will eventually light up. I did find out this does not include batteries. So I'm going to see Maybe this USB thing will send power to it. I mean, it's not going to take a lot of electricity to turn these little lights on, but it is kind of cool. I also realized in the special orange bag, this piece was in there, and this is a very important piece. It's the connector for the electronic wiring to go to the power source. So at first I was like, oh no, I'm missing a piece. But okay, here's some other cool quirks. These little hot rod, these little engine rods here, these are just chrome colored blasters. They're the same thing. I mean, the exact same thing, pretty much, as this little Star Wars blaster that Princess Leia is holding here. So, very, very cool. I think this is a unique piece. Now, if this is part of a Lego piece, or a Lego set, leave a comment, but I've never seen that piece before. Everything else seems to be like a Lego clone, other than the little wiring set. And you see the wiring dangling off the end. The instructions, as I read at the beginning, say don't pull it too hard, be really careful. And I can definitely see why. It's a very, very thin wire. But it's pretty neat. These little pieces here, see how they're elevated in the middle, or it's like two pieces bridged. So that allows the wires to go underneath. Those are the special pieces, the somewhat poorly translated instructions. Actually, they're pretty good translation. You can tell it's a translation from, you know, into English from another language. But anyway, those are the special pieces. So now we're going to go crack open bag 3. We still have some parts from F, and it looks like that will finish it up. So you got a couple of bag 3s here. And again, like, what a great box. What just a cool little box there this thing came in. So, all right, you hear my assistant there huffing and puffing. She's interrupted a few times, wanting various things, probably attention. Poor pup. I'll give her some in a minute. But all right. But first, we'll finish this. Attending to the ones we love can wait for off-brand knockoff Legos. All right, the patented bag 4. Oh, yeah. I wonder how many people skip over this part of the video. Does anyone watch this? Let me know. All right, I'm still trying to figure out YouTube analytics, but it is interesting seeing where people fast forward to. All right. One other thing, this is a minor note. Most of these bags I've been able to tear open no problem, but I do have this little pair of kid scissors because a few of them are a little hard. So just another little note if you're looking at doing this. Just trying to be thorough, trying to cover all the things you might run into. Ooh, look at these big chunky tires. I really like this set. Even if it doesn't light, the lighting up thing is a cool little addition. But honestly, when I saw this set, I was like, I love these Lego cars. I mean, this is obviously a FunWhole brand, but it just looked really cool. So I think the lighting is going to be awesome. So hopefully we can get that going. If not, I'm going to have to post another video later, or just wait until I can get some batteries and finish this video up. But let's at least finish building this bad boy. Oh, yeah. And as the good Lord said, it is finished. So here is our final product, our Steampunk hot rod. This was a really cool build. There were a few frustrating parts. This tubing on the roof and the roof itself, it's a little ambiguous how I was supposed to put it on. And what seemed obvious was actually the reverse of what I was supposed to do. So that's on me. I should have known when it wasn't connecting nicely to the windshield that it wasn't working. But these little tubes, these are supposed to be lined up. These pieces actually bend. They're like little bendable plastic pieces. These let me see. These right here, these are rigid, but those bend. And it should line up, but I messed with it and I was like, it's not worth it. The tension from this piece is pulling this little piece down on a little claw piece. It's just not really worth it to mess around with. This is cool too. I was wondering, okay, how are they going to handle the battery pack for the LED? And there's actually two little pieces. You can actually see this was the film I pulled off. It's kind of like a command strip. and you put these two down on the smooth bricks, and you connect the battery pack. And then the little connector piece that I couldn't find earlier, that was stuck in the bag, that also had a little command strip on it. So assuming everything plugged up correctly, the lights should come on if I have batteries. I don't have batteries. Unfortunately, I haven't tested the USB thing yet. I suspect that would work. I would have to disconnect this and plug in the USB. So we might try that in a minute. Let's try that together. Now, here is our little guy. Here's an awesome box with that cool little tile there with a gem inside. Whoa. And this is kind of funny. Getting him in the car, I have not tried yet, but here's what the instructions are. Look at the doors, though, and I love the little upholstery in there. It's really cool. Both doors open on either side. But so here's what they say. Take the roof off. And, oh, look, you can put the gem in the back if you want to. There is a little box. It's like in the trunk. You put the gem in there. But it basically says just disassemble most of, like, the most annoying part of the set and put the guy in there. So I'm not going to mess with that. They do have several cool looking sets, though. Steampunk Train Station, Steampunk Ore Train, Light Catcher, Steampunk Airship, Steampunk Trading Center. I think I've seen that Trading Center online, or the Train Station one. And they've got a lot of neat sets. There's the Castle on the Cliff I mentioned earlier in the video that they were doing that promotion with. You got 5% off if you bought this guy, and then it was like another 20 or 30. It was a pretty good promotion. Also, I thought this was interesting. I've seen this one, the Ruined Temple of the Jungle. Anyone that follows Lego, like on Instagram or anything, people will blow up the comment sections, especially when they do one of their like weird or kind of like woke sets, or like that Korean boy band. They did like a Korean boy band set. Like whenever they do something like that it's like, what were they thinking? Everyone will blow up the comments with put out Temple of Doom, because there's a Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones set. There's several of those. There's a Holy Grail, but they don't have a set for the Temple of Doom. And so I think this is funny. I think this might be some clever marketing on the part of FunWhole. The Ruined Temple of the Jungle. I mean, look at that. That is, it's maybe hard to tell in this picture, but that is the temple from the Temple of Doom. There's a fire pit and everything. I mean, so they are really on it. But yeah, they got some really neat sets. So here's my sort of summary, and then we'll try lighting this thing up, see if it works. I approve. FunWhole is very neat. The pieces, like I said, are a little bit lighter. Although now that this is all put together, this has a pleasing heft to it. It is a good set. There are some little things that were a little annoying, like some of these pieces here. Some of the build order was annoying. Honestly, the LED light thing was annoying, having to like circle that around. And then like sometimes they use those little channel bricks to funnel them through, and sometimes they didn't. You just had to like, you had to like take the wire. Let me see if I can demonstrate this. You had to take the wire and like wrap it around these little, there it is, these little nodules, you know. So it was very, very tedious. So now that said, it was a good challenge. This only has 282 pieces. So I figured I would breeze through this thing. It took me, I'm not exactly sure. I think it took me like an hour and a half. Let me put it this way. I watched this whole thing on Shudder, Blood Machine, some sort of weird science fiction mini-series or short movie. It was like 50 minutes long. And I think I started that when I was on bag 2, and I finished like shortly after I finished the movie or the mini-series. So that should give you some indication. Maybe I was on bag 3. I don't know. But so it took a while. A 282 piece Lego set, typically, I mean, I would breeze through that in maybe half an hour, you know, if that. But this guy, it probably took me 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours. I can't exactly remember when I started on it, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, talk about a great bang for your buck. $18 is basically $9 an hour. I mean, that's, you know, honestly like not even 2 movie tickets. So that's pretty good. And again, it was a fun build, very unique set. I love this green. Oh my goodness. Like that's one of the reasons I wanted it. The green and the gold accents. Just a really cool, really fun set. So again, not quite the same as Nativity bricks, which are very close to Lego. These are pretty close. And there's my, my union employee calling for me. These are pretty close, but, not quite. So let me take out the union employee. Ay caramba, Murphy. Also, all the boxes from the arcade one that I still have not put away. So there she is. Look at her. What a rotten egg. All right. I gotta go, but we'll try out the LED, the USB when I get back and see if that does anything. All right. So, stay tuned. So my union job assistant here, Murphy, has been out. She ran around for a few minutes with the neighborhood Labrador Retriever that just kind of runs loose. But here is our set. I've got the USB plugged in and actually tested this out. So I'm going to let you see the results. This is a little tight. So I've got a little Apple brick here. They don't give you a whole lot of length on this bad boy, but oops, I always put that in upside down. No, maybe I had it right. I caramba. But if you can see, whoa, it's very bright. It's really cool. Let me turn this lamp off. It's all the overhead light on, but dang, that is cool. Look, there's a little light up inside. That's really neat. And the nice warm glow of the rear view backing lights. So yeah, very, very cool. I'm really pleased with this set. I think it came out quite well. I wish they gave you a little more length on the USB. Oh no, don't fall. On the USB side of it. But hey, you know, for $18, you can't ask for too much. But that's neat. I might, until I get those batteries, I might plug it in to my computer and have it come on when I'm using that. But that is really neat. That is really cool. I'm very pleased with this set. Definitely a great pickup for 18 bucks. I'll try to put a link in the description if you want to pick it up on Amazon. I really enjoyed it. So I'll definitely give FunWhole a try in the future. Especially with some of the crazy good sales that they've been running lately. Definitely worth checking out. All right. Well, y'all, thanks for watching. I know it's probably a long video. I rambled a lot. It's kind of late. I've had a long week, got a long day tomorrow. And so when I get tired like that, I tend to just ramble on. Well, that's also what I do for a living, so I'm pretty good at it. Okay. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, etc., etc. The FunWhole Steampunk Hot Rod. Very fun, very cool set. A little tedious at times, but that just adds to the challenge and adds to the fun. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. God bless.